See, the thing is, it's important to maybe hear another side, another perspective. Lindy Lee recently got a lot of flack from Democrats as she was a donor. And yes, we here at Heartland's Media mocked her and a couple of the other donors because you waste your money on a senile old man and Kamala Harris who couldn't deliver. When push came to shove, they couldn't defend their record. They ran a piss poor campaign, and it was absolute hilarity for me, especially watching the Vote Blue No Matter Who people have their delicious and wonderful meltdowns. I feasted on that for days, watching the meltdowns on social media. But, I'm always open for people to change. I'm always open to hear their side of the story and what was going on. But before we pull up this video, Democrats, I have said on this show that maybe you were on the pathway to extinction. And I shared this video with Matt Orfalo as well. But this is absolute weak, spineless, cowardice crap that you are presenting before me when you say you have no leverage. You've been given everything. Hell, in 2024, you guys had $2 billion delivered to you by your donors, and you still couldn't win? Pathetic.
I'm trying to figure out what leverage we actually have. What leverage do we have? They control the House, the Senate, and the presidency. It's their government. What leverage do we have?
What leverage do we have? We don't know what to do. Oh no, boo-hoo, a boo-hoo, a boo-hoo. Liberals, vote blue no matter who. Democrats, I love you, but you are not serious people. So I'll pull up this video here in which Lindy Lee talked about how Democrats try to defame and legally threaten her. Because let's face it, I'm pretty sure she has a right to speak out, and let's hear her voice. Let's talk about what she went through.
There are members of Congress and senators who would tell me that Biden is too old to run, but they didn't have the guts to say so. And one of them who told me that Biden was too old to run ended up being the chair of his campaign.
They knew. Like a song, She Knows. She knows. And I know she knows. Well, guess what? Everybody in the Democrat Party knew. See, they all knew. All those lies saying, all those lies. Hey, wait a minute. All lies shall be what?
All lies will be exposed.
As they should. But the Democrats knew. And how many times were you, my audience, ridiculed, made fun of, or canceled, or suppressed, or censored by the Vote Blue no matter who sphere that arrogantly talked down to you and still does to this day? How many of you, show of hands, were insulted by these quote-unquote authoritative people who knew that Biden wasn't mentally sharp? Yet, hey, Joe Scarborough said this is the best Joe Biden ever.
Jeez. So they have no courage whatsoever.
No courage. But they see what happens when you do have courage. I lost everything. And
what did you start leaking to the press?
2022.
What did you start leaking to the
The
press?
Biden couldn't run again.
Did you give specific examples?
They didn't. I think if I did, it would identify me. And at that point I wasn't. It's really hard to, it's like coming out of a cult. You just can't. It's really hard. It's like coming out of the Church of Scientology.
Now, here's the thing. Why would anyone trust Lindy Lee or Simone Sanders? I wouldn't say trust, but she's confirming things that we already knew. And it's just interesting now because the reality is going to set in for a lot of liberals that your party never gave a damn, that the Democrat Party did everything it could to kill the progressive movement of 2016. And before we all start blaming Hillary Clinton or the Democrats or, W. Wilson Schultz, the person who drove the blade in it first wasn't any of the liberals or Democrats or corporate media. It was that spineless cuck of a wonder, Bernie Sanders. He did it not once but twice. Oh, wait, tic-tac-toe, 3 in a row. In 2016, in 2020, and as soon as Biden made his announcement he was running in 2024, he was the first out the door, being on the floor for his good friend Joe Biden.
They will do everything to discredit you, disown you, to destroy you. Sean, I hope my parents aren't gonna watch this, and I'm just gonna hope for the best here. But let me tell you, this has been one of the hardest periods of my life. And it's been so stressful for me. I no longer
Now here's the thing. I think she's lost a couple of friends here. I'm gonna be humane here, but hold on. Torwind. I know what she's going through because I went through it in 2016, but I probably went through it far worse than she did because I had a lot of good friends break their friendships with me. Torwind, TDS has really broken shite libs' feeble minds. If you praise one good thing Trump did, this is your demigod, and you agree with everything he ever said. I mean, you look at the world like a 2-year-old. Absolutely. And I've met people like this, Torwin. I'm pretty sure you did as well. And I'm pretty sure all of you watching have dealt with that trauma and that insanity of what Trump derangement syndrome has done to the psyche of American people. And the Democrats and corporate media played a role in it.
sorry, I no longer I have health issues because of this.
She's part of the club and health issues. Look, hit the gym, drink water. Hit the gym and drink water. You'll be fine. You'll be fine. Because you'll realize that those people weren't your friends in the first place.
I can't bring myself to say it, but maybe someone can understand. It's been so hard. Like, what people call me a grifter,
Just as soon as I pull this up. Linus, you're calling her the G word. Trying to get in with the current administration. I guess so, perhaps.
I earn money by doing that.
Again, look, being part of the administration, I mean, right now, a lot of people are finally, I think, letting out their frustrations because they probably put their name and face to a tanking ship called Biden 2024, and then in turn, Harris 2024.
I'm asking, like, who paid me for this? Like, you tell me. Like, where are my pay stubs? Who do you think paid me? Fox didn't pay me. Who paid me? Are you paying me?
I'm not paying.
No one's paying me. And so how am I a grifter when I'm exposing the actual grifters?
Now, there's a couple other things here that really was hilarious because we got to talk about America's favorite son, Hunter Biden. Remember that laptop? That lamb chop laptop? Because apparently Joe Biden's former campaign advisor, because, we got to talk about it, what her role was, explains that Hunter and Jill Biden sat on high-level, top-secret White House meetings. Do you remember when they found booger sugar in the White House? Does anybody remember when they found that small bag? It was very suspicious. And the day before, Hunter was looking all wiry and confused and sweaty. Does anybody remember that? I'm pretty sure Petridge Farm remembers it. Hey, do you remember type 1 for no, kid, I don't. Type 2, oh, I remember. Everybody remembers. Let's go ahead and pull up this next video here. Just want to share it with you. We're going to sit down and watch it as a family. Hold on. And let me just restart this again. Sorry. Let me stop sharing and reshare it again. We lost audio there.
So I should also mention that after the debate, Hunter basically commandeered the White House. He sat in on all the White House top level meetings. You had a former cocaine addict sitting in
Bug of sugar
on the most sensitive meetings of the most consequential and important government in world history. Does that sit right with you?
No.
Without security clearance, mind you, no security clearance. That's who was basically running the show. So Hunter basically battened down the hatches after the debate to make sure that his father would only receive intel that he pre-approved. And so Anita Dunn got exiled around this time, along with her husband. Her husband was playing Trump in the debate prep. Ron Klain was disgraced after the debate blew up. And then Jeff Zients, the person who's worth like hundreds of millions of dollars.
So in other words, how does it make you feel knowing that you had Hunter Biden probably not at full 100%, sitting in on executive top secret meetings with his dad, whose mental capacities were diminishing by every single second of every single day. Am I being mean and unfair? Oh, no, I'm being justified in my criticism toward the Democrats and the liberals because this is a very dangerous threat. Decisions were being made, and the people in charge knew that the commander in chief, the president, wasn't there, and his son of questionable choices was also sitting in on these discussions. But everybody look away, especially a lot of Democrats look away as soon as Biden pardoned Hunter. Nothing wrong there, right, folks?
The chief of staff. I should mention that the weekend that Biden made the decision to drop out, he only told 2 people in that circle, and that's that's
Marco Rodriguez. Remember, she is the donor bundler. That says it all. Oh, yes, I know. But it's important that we do hear her story. It just shows just how corrupt everything is. You have to see the bigger picture. They know. They all knew. All these people knew. And no one had the courage. These people in DC, these people in suits and ties dictate policies over us. These are the same people that so many individuals who have platforms put their whole entire credibility on the line. Oh, in 2020, we got to vote for Biden because Trump. We got to vote for Biden in 2020 because if we don't, Orange Boogeyman. There's a lot of problems with Trump. But you know what I have a problem with? People who had these large media platforms, influencers, corporate media, people in positions of power in big tech, silencing and suppressing real criticism. And the quote unquote fighters like AOC or Bernie that nutless wonder, they did nothing. And even when they were running, they did nothing because they don't have what it takes because they're not fighters. They're manipulators. They manipulated people, they pushed people away, and they stabbed their own movement in the back. No, correction. They stabbed it in the front. How does that sound?
Steve Ricchetti and Mike. He didn't tell Anita because I was on a call with Anita that morning and she had no idea it was going to happen. It completely caught her off guard. So by that time, they were already easing her out of the circle.
Eric Cruz tipped $5. Hunter never worried about that fentanyl in his Coca-Cola. He gets all that good stuff, right? Right? That gluten-free organic stuff on Fifth Avenue.
Is there any? Did we cover all the names?
Did we? Jill Biden?
Jill Biden.
She was like president. She was.
We did it, ladies. First woman president. Jill Biden. Don't punch the screen.
President. I was with Joe and Jill the night of the debate. I was at their VIP debate watch party. I slept all the way to Atlanta, Georgia for that to show my support. Oh my gosh, Sean, you wouldn't believe it. So that
Marvin Vargas. Maybe I will.
at night, I have the pictures too. I was with Joe. And so Jill takes Joe by the hand. The names are so similar. I'm sorry. Jill takes Joe by the hand on stage and she's like, Joe, you knew all the facts. You answered all the questions. And you know that hand gesture that she does. And I'm thinking, you're treating him like a first grader.
And you helped bundle and hang out with those people. So you also helped in the facilitation of treating the president of the United States like a first grader. Hey, Fat Tony, Jenks, Sammy Boy Cedar, and everybody else that went to bat for Biden and the Democrats in 2020, and yes, in turn in 2024. Everybody, the vote blue no matter who, that blue mafia, the vote blue no matter who people. Man, you ate a lot of crap. I mean, there was a crap sandwich before you, a crap cheeseburger before you, a salad with cat turds in it, and you all ate it. Like y'all ate all of it. That's what you guys did for the Democrats. And now all of a sudden, things are going upside down. I mean, you got nothing. You have nothing because you have no credibility.
Like just because he, like you shouldn't applaud him for doing the basics.
Hey, Joe Biden, you crapped in the toilet. Yay! Woo! You didn't do it in your pants. Hey, Jack, did we ever find out who's crapping my pants? No, Mr. President. We got a full investigative force looking into it. We have yet to find the culprit.
And you could just tell that she was fighting for dear life to hold on to the vestige of power. And just a few days later, she was on the cover of Vogue. So the whole thing was a Jill Biden show. She was not as authentic as Joe, I want to say. I think as Joe got older, maybe you think I'm naive in saying this, but I'm not even sure if he remembers all of the corruption.
Maybe he does, maybe he doesn't. But he was there. They probably have code words. Hey, Joe, it's a big bomb in the pants that's happening. Oh, the real bomb. Oh, I can't do that. Otherwise, I'll just bomb my pants.
That he engaged in.
It doesn't surprise me.
It doesn't surprise me at all. And that's just a few short clips from that main interview. But what's the big picture here? They knew, the Democrat and liberal establishment knew about Joe Biden's incapability of being president. And we knew that his brain was mush. All of you are saying into the live stream chat, all of you are acknowledging that everybody knew that his brain was absolute garbage, even before he sat in the White House. So that means throughout the entire presidential campaign, early 2019, throughout all the 2020 election cycle, everybody knew that Joe Biden wasn't there. That includes all the people who endorsed him. That's right. I'm going to be honest here. Hey, you got to call them all out. Bernie, Tulsi, Andrew Yang, everybody that stuck their necks out. And even then, when people were looking for replacements for Joe Biden, because there was Bet on My Stork, Pete Buttigieg, Kamala, Amy Klobuchar, everybody was hoping that somebody could outmaneuver Biden. But Biden still somehow managed to be Mr. Magoo and stay ahead because it was designed that way. And as soon as Obama made that infamous Super Tuesday phone call, even Bernie Sanders spread his cheeks because he was never going to fight. Everybody knew that Joe wasn't there. I mean, it was the biggest secret. Everybody in Congress knew that Joe wasn't there. Obama probably knew. Everybody knew. They all knew. Corporate media knew. It's one big club. You ain't in it. St. George Carlin was correct. And now people want to save face. And I want to call that interview maybe, okay, people have been lied to. Time to just to spill all the beans, Time to go all on out and explain why there's been absolute failure. So Democrats, yes, your house was on fire. Your approval rating is in the mess because you did this. You did all this to yourselves just to silence and suppress independents and progressives. And to the people who helped even create the movement, you, Bernie Sanders, the reason why your party is clueless and has no leverage is because you, being the nutless wonder, helped inspire people to be nutless wonders. You're the main contributor for your good friend, Joe, and way earlier on, Hillary Clinton herself. And Lindy Lee, hey, I'm glad she's telling her story because it's confirming everything that we knew. So anytime the Democrats are speaking about la resistance, whenever they tell the pink pussy hat to protest and march, whenever they start saying we got to stop Trump, remember, they're lying to you. They don't give a damn about winning. They don't give a damn about calling out about the corruptions. They don't give a damn about what Trump is doing. They're only doing it to save face because they realize that they screwed everything up, and they're hoping that their voting base are still suckers to still support them. The party's dying. I'm glad people are speaking out. Go ahead. Keep on speaking out. But where's our goddamn apology? And to you, Bernie, are you ever going to apologize to us? Are you ever going to do your big sit down, breakdown moment of saying, yes, I knew that Bernie Sanders knew that Joe Biden was crapping his pants? You ever going to tell that to your people who wasted their money, their time, their energy on you? I can't wait to see who else will come forward. What shocking revelations, all lies shall be exposed.